Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the instant match reaction. Wolves 3, Everton 0. Another horrendous performance. They just seem to get worse every game as we go towards the end of the season, which cannot come quick enough. And this is probably the worst performance of the season. But listen, it's hard to know that for a fact because we have seen some terrible performance this season, but certainly the worst under Carlo Ancelotti. He started out with a 3-5-2, and to be honest, it did sort of work in a limiting factor to stop Wolves. And we nearly got to half-time without conceding, but then Luca Dean, who'd actually been probably our best player up to then, come running in, and whether you think it's a penalty or not, really, he shouldn't be charging in like that in the box. You know, if someone wants to do a little trick, just stand them up. Where are they going to go? We had loads of plays in the box, so stupidity from him to give the penalty away, and they go 1-0 up, and then just after half-time, we have to make a change. Jared Branthwaite comes on, and it's possibly the worst ever introduction since Jonathan Woodgate signed for Real Madrid. To start a game. He gives away the free kick, and then the ball's floated around his area, and they get a second goal, and obviously go on to get a third goal, which was just, if not even more embarrassing. And the whole team, it's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the whole team. It's every single player. Jordan Pickford, horrendous. Plays at the back don't look like they know haven't got a clue. The plays in midfield. The front two were abysmal. Nothing there at all. The subs come on. Bernard, Iwobi, offer nothing. It's very disheartening. It's very worrying. Because you look at the amount of bad players, and you look at the amount of work that's going to be needed to make this team a competitive team. Wolves didn't look like they got out of second gear today and could have won 4-5, 6-0 easily. They are like Southampton were the other night. They are a functioning unit with a sprinkling of good players. And that's what you get. What Sheffield United yesterday. And they don't even have a sprinkling of real top talent. But they all work hard. They all know the jobs. They all put tackles in. You've seen that today with Wolves. Wolves do have that sprinkling. They have those players. Southampton the other night, they were the same. They've got a goal scorer. We don't look like we've got any of that. The manager has tried to put us into a system, and that has got us a lot of points, let's be honest. That's helped us get a lot of points. But the system now, and I don't know whether it's through fatigue or whether players just don't care because it's the end of the season and there's nothing to play for. But players are just losing discipline and walking out of the system and not really caring. And 5-yard passes now can't be completed. The players are not doing the job. Maybe the forwards are not running into areas that they used to. And basically the players have give up. And it's just not knowing whether, if a new season comes with a fresh start, whether the players will be reinvigorated. But what we do know is this team aren't suddenly going to become a European challenging team. I don't care what happens. I don't care how many points Carlo's picked up so far. This team needs 3 or 4 quality players and more time on the training field, obviously, to get that shape right, whatever the shape he goes for. But at the moment, we're miles away because you look at Wolves, and the thing about Wolves, something like Wolves is they did a lot of that work when they were in the Championship, and there's a lot less fuss about them, whereas there always seems to be some kind of fuss about us, and that might just be because I'm looking from an Everton point of view, but we're always in flux, aren't we? Whether it's a manager, whether it's bringing a certain type of player in for a certain type of money. We're always just in flux all the time. So that's the first thing, that's the change, obviously. We have to settle down with the manager. and get used to what he wants and the players. And he has to at the end of the season, not going to do it now, but at the end of the season, he has to just go, see these players, I don't want them anymore. And I want these players, and I want these players bought in. And that's what has to happen, because that today, and the performance against Southampton and the performance against Tottenham, and genuinely all the performances so far, bar little moments in games, we've been horrendous. We've been absolutely horrendous. I understand what the manager's doing. He puts a shape out to compete, but then we don't have any interpret. It doesn't change. We don't look fluid. Everything looks like you can see the cogs moving ways. You watch Wolves. There's something a little bit different. They've got talented players to change. I mean, you look at the ball for the third goal and the run. Those things seem to happen more often. Listen, we scored a great goal like that on the other night, and that's the difference. Those things change games, but we don't do that enough. But that was just horrendous. And to watch players just walking around the pitch, and to watch Tom Davies try and keep up with some of their players, it just shows you that they've gone out and bought good, intelligent footballers. We are like the absolute opposite to like Moneyball. Like, you see like what top teams are doing now and the way they go. We are like the opposite. We just go and see the nice shiny thing and go, yeah, I'll have all the money for it. And that has to stop. I think it has stopped, but we have to start going the other end now and going out and buying good, intelligent footballers who fit into the system. And we've got 3 games left now to get through. 2 of them are teams in the bottom 3, so that'll be interesting. Obviously, a difficult away trip to Sheffield United, but it has to start on Thursday against Villa. We've got to go out there and put a performance in, because you can sort of make it. I'm not making any excuses for today, but you look at it and go, well, there's a team we've got nothing to play for, and then there's Wolves who are chasing Europe, and they're still in Europe. But we play Villa on Thursday, and they're a team who will be looking at us now thinking, we can get something out of that. That could be our big chance to get something to try and stay up. I'm not going to sit. I can't be bothered sitting here like screaming and shouting about that performance, because I just look at the players and they're not asked. They're just not asked, and they just look bewildered, all of them. And it's just a terrible collection of players. Just a terrible collection of players that don't fit together. And there's a massive job in a very short amount of time for next season. But it is what it is. We're dross. We're absolute dross. And there doesn't seem to be much of a soul either of the club. Doesn't seem to be anyone out there who really looks like they care. And that's, as a fan, that's the real issue, isn't it? You don't see players who actually seem to give a care. When you're watching your goalkeeper nearly throw one into his own net and then pull off a smile for the camera, you just think, what's the point? What is the point? Who are these people? They do not represent me. They don't represent my football club or what I think my football club is. They're just overpaid clowns. There you go. Make sure to check out our other videos if you can stomach them. Basils will probably be worth. I imagine he's going to be very, very angry. I haven't got the energy. It's too early in the day for me. There you go. Make sure to check them out. Give this video a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want more great videos, live videos, we'll be doing the final word live tomorrow. Get over to Patreon. The link is in the description. Thank you for watching. See you later.